Okay, we're starting on the part 2 of the walnut kitchen cabinets. I'm getting started on the sink area. We'll be having the sink, the trash bin, and dishwasher, and then a small base cabinet on each end. Right here, I'm doing all the pre-cuts with the half-inch ply finished on one side. I love this table, so I've been using it for about 20 years now. I don't want to change it to a new one. It's amazing. It's actually a 14-inch table saw. Get going with the wooden face frames. I like to use this passing guide. I don't trust the ones that come with the new table saws now. It's a little, you hold it with one hand with one finger. This one I make it out of the scrap of plywood I get left over. As you can see right now, I'm able to get the passing guide, get a better grip, and I slide it through. I think it's a lot safer, especially when you're doing a very narrow cut, very thin cuts. Yes, you might want to make one of these. Right now, when I'm doing this very small cut, this what is it, a push stick, but I call it a passing guide. It's a lot safer to use this one, a lot better than the push stick they provide for you. Now after I'm already assembled the box, screw on the sides. I cut a few steps since I wasn't able to film everything at once. Remember, I use a dado cut to put the deck on all my pieces. It just makes it, of course, everyone should do dado cut, especially for the deck. But I'm gonna be putting a divider right here not in the middle, a little bit on the side. Here's the divider. This tight bond wood glue is amazing. Gotta make sure it's very well straight, since we are gonna be putting our trash bin on one of these sides, on the big opening. The trash bin will be there, so you know your walls have to be very level. I put some brad nails to hold it in place exactly where I want it. In the front and in the back, you gotta make sure it's very level. If that panel is just off just by a 16th or maybe even an 8th, or your drawer won't open and close smoothly. Once I put the nails to hold it in place, you'll see right now I will be drilling some countersink, some holes with the countersink. And put some screws on the bottom. You could use dado also. I mean, I mean, I'm doing these custom, so I don't really, I don't do these by mass production. Every kitchen I do is always it's always a different style. It's always different measurements. Of course, nothing is standard here. That's why it would be better using dado to put this divider in place, but just take me a lot more time. Either way, with screws, and it works perfectly. It won't move. There you have the divider. Now I gotta score out the top part also, put it in place, make sure it's straight. Put some brad nails just to hold it in place. Now we'll make our pre-holes with our countersink and screw it in place. And that's it. I try to make enough pre holes, like counters with the countersink, so that when I put the screw in, it won't split the plywood. You'll get a lot, especially. Well, I'm also using number 6 head screws. Has a smaller head, so it won't split the plywood. You don't want to be using the number 8, because you'll split the plywood right away, especially when you're using 1/2 inch plywood. Right here, I'm putting changing the bearing on the rabbit router bit. I'm gonna put a bigger one, because since I'm using the 1/2 inch plywood, I don't want to go all the way through the side when I'm doing the rabbit on the plywood for the back panel. There you go. Put the right depth, then we can rabbit out the back part, and that way we can fit the back panel inside. When I'm using this, I'm going in the counterclockwise. That way it won't chip the plywood. If I do it clockwise, it will chip out the plywood a lot. I mean, it's a little bit more dangerous doing it clockwise, but you will not get any chips on your plywood. I'm cutting the 1/4 inch plywood pre-finished. This will be for the back panel, and I'm doing the same thing for all the base cabinets and wall cabinets. Cut the width. Now this is just one piece I'm showing you, just to how I do for the back panels, how I put it in place, but I do it for all the base cabinets. See, it just falls right into place where I did the rabbit. And from there, I'll just make some pilot holes and put some small screws in there. Probably, what is it, a 1/2 inch screws, 5/8 inch screws, and put them in the back. Right here, I'm putting these are just corners, and I use them just so so make it more sturdy. The cabinets, I put them on all the bases. There you go. There you go. Right here is I put it together. I put a piece in the middle just so it could be make it more strong, and I could put some screws in there. You'll see that right now. I put on after putting a clamp. You can call it, what is it, a C clamp. Hold it in place, and I put some screws. This is the way I'm gonna assemble it once I do the installation. Right now I'm just pre-assembling it so you can see how it goes. And right there in that opening, it's gonna be a trash bin. Put a screw on the back also. Make sure it's square. Nah, I use these kneeling pads. I got them from Home Depot. It's just from the Husky. Wow, it protects your knees a lot. I'd rather use those than putting knee pads on. Knee pads, it just makes it harder to walk around with. So I use this floor mat. It's real small, but it protects your knees very well. Right here, I'm doing the trash bin. I put it on another video also. It's very simple. It's like a drawer, just the front end that's gonna be screwed on with the door. I make it higher, and it's just the base, the deck of the drawer. It's just a regular drawer, but with the front end, with the front's gonna be higher. And right here, I make the cutouts so the trash bins could fall in there. It just looks a little nicer. I love using this bottle handle. What is it, Makita jigsaw? Very strong, very good, very nice tool. All right, I have one cut out, and then we put the other one cut out, and then we can put it on the trash drawer. And here you go. There you have it. Now keep in mind, this is just another part of the video for the same walnut kitchen. There it is, the trash bin. I will be putting another more videos finishing up the rest of the kitchen, and then I'll show you the end result. Please subscribe. Thank you.